The youngest victim that I had from the United States was 11 years old. The youngest victim from another country, she was 8 years old.
Las Vegas, Sin City. It's a place to let your bad side free. But a culture that promotes so much sin comes with a cost. Las Vegas is one of the largest sites for underground human trafficking, especially sex trafficking. It causes abuse and violence, and it's happening right under our noses. I'm Hanna Anderson, and if you're like me, you probably didn't realize that was happening right here. I've decided to sit down with as many people as possible so I can learn about this industry and what we can do to help. It's so important that we find out what's really happening in Vegas.
I'm really excited about this video. I'm here with Esther Brown, who is the founder of the Embracing Project, and I know you have a lot to offer when it comes to talking about this difficult issue, human trafficking and sex trafficking specifically in Las Vegas. You specifically work with minors.
Correct.
Minors in the sex trafficking industry. I wish I had a better question to ask you, but can you just talk about that?
Right.
Because in my mind, I think a lot of times I think my perception is totally skewed, and a lot of people's is skewed. It's almost glamorized, and it's
right.
These beautiful women who are escorts, but it's not always that way. It's often 13-year-old girls, right?
Right. I have the youngest victim that I had from the United States was 11 years old. The youngest victim from another country, she was 8 years old. Sex trafficking affects everybody. It is a misconception they only affect a certain ethnic group or a certain gender, but no, anybody is. It could become always a potential victim of sex trafficking. When we talk about human trafficking, people have this idea of the Taken movie, right?
Oh yes.
They are being taken and they kidnap, and it happens sometimes that way. But most of the times here in Las Vegas and across the United States, I can tell you that it's more of luring into it. Yeah, sex trafficking and sexual exploitation, it happen in big towns and small towns. We have girls that come from California. Actually, I had a girl last week from New Jersey that she was brought here. We have girls that they have been introduced by the family, so they are being pimped by their own family members. Boyfriend is the most typical. The boyfriend who start telling the girl how beautiful you are, how I'm gonna be your king, I'm gonna take care of you, you're beautiful, you're everything that I always dream, blah blah blah, a bunch of bleep. They start grooming them, they start buying things, they do their nails, their hair, they take them to eat. And when the girl is in love, because we're talking about teenagers, right? And young girls, so of course you fell in love, and he's like, oh my god, he's so nice and he takes care of me. And when she had created this bond with these men, with this boy, most of them are way older than they are, then they say, well, you know what, if you love me so much, if you really want to be my queen, we have to make some money because we just cannot live like that. When you are with a person that you think you love, and when that person been telling you that nobody cares about you other than me, and you are nothing without me, and then it's difficult to leave. You create this trauma bond with him. And I always put these examples so people can realize the strength of this trauma bond. If you and I, we take a flight together, we're going to, I don't know, New York, and the plane crash, and we are the only survivors, and we stay for like 2 weeks in this little area, and the only person you have is me, and the only person I have is you, and we rely into each other to survive. We have created a bond that will take a long time for us to break.
Absolutely, yeah.
And so
that's
equivalent. Most of the victims that I see are girls, but we also have boys. I had also boys that they went through the sex trafficking.